They are can't no ebebem. Mediano eye Elena to me ma akwaba kese pa e de ba DWABRE mu mediano so baby a edu no eye around town. From the Christian faith, the man will leave his family to become one with his wife. And what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Ghana's courts and churches are flooded with divorce cases, so much so that it is becoming sickening. Church weddings and court weddings have all suffered serious divorce attacks. Are you seeing these things happening in our country these days? Sadly, our traditional marriages have been reduced to what we call mere engagements, and if weddings are entailed, then trust me, the marriage doesn't exist at all. It won't even be recognized. Who are we pleasing anyways? Do the Europeans have a full traditional marriage of what we are now calling engagements? Do they have a full package? Do they even practice it? As much as we have taken upon ourselves to be doing what we call the white weddings? Are we not sucking away potential spouses, potential couples? Are we not sucking away? And are we not putting too much pressure on a young couple who would want to get married? Our traditional way, which is the rightful way of getting married? Are we not sucking them? Are we not putting too much pressure on them? Now look at what we have in this country now. There are so many baby mamas and baby daddies flooding the system so much so that there's so much bitterness in them. Just because somebody failed to marry them due to what we call lavish weddings, lavish white weddings. What are we teaching our grown-ups, or what are we teaching the ones that are looking up to us? Around Town today looks at 15 surprising traits that will veer a potential marriage, a potential couple, a loving one, into divorce. The 15 ones of the toppest of them all is too much affection too early. Oebisa said and America said too much affection too early. Now I say affection so de e kahona odono etimi edimu. Enye say ebi a wo kira obi odon kwa na say wo de hu mano enkwa na e kire say sebio wo do nipa ne kra ama. Ashase no eya na efe e de pa yi se motimi aware na mo kira mo hu odosronku. Nenso sa utimi eko involve yourself too much e de hu e de koma nipa ne too much wadwuma a wo ye sebio we fie adwuma a wo ye ene nipa ne frɛ wa achi obeken ko pa na wo ko. Don't you realize that these things say when to me amfa mani biomu a na chese blockage bi abem na chese bufo bi abem sa na ye ekɔ no wo hye bibia say especially ye ma no wo di bibi e kire yen na when to me antoa so a ye hu say dia na wo ye no na ye fake sa na ye tie inti say obesha accept friend babe darling patro me dem friend me baby o me nya kra nya bofra sa baby no me dem mpe Kofi abna kwadwo fanidin efreno na enka honum na ebia wo hye baabi na phone call bi ba na wentimi aka babe na wentimi aka darling wo ba no enye nsusu bi say na chese wo hye baabi eye bibi. You see, these things, we are not saying they are not beautiful. They are beautiful. Pet names for your woman, for your man, for your husband, they are beautiful. But when a woman is trained in a certain way in a relationship and it's no more forthcoming, trust me, you're doing twice, 2 times ahead at a mema. In 10 years, I'm baby more. Nedi asema start to say eba. Nanto kwan kitten na start to say eba. Dia a second one a mismatched expectations. Aso unsusu ya udi era aware ni mu no etesen ni ususu ye de nti aye kan susu ye no ususu ye month na se di hu komo unsusu ye ne se we de mehia bibia obeto ama me wo betimi ahwe me busua wo betimi atua me school fees bi se me pese me kotua me masters no so a wo betimi atua de ama me ana se ahyase no wo de ne ye bi akireo says no too much affection or the nebi hrel in your expectations no ususu say ebe kwa wie ye no sa na wo say relationship no marriage no aware no sa na wo say ko ankoko sa pe enie na pepe mu na start to say ba na question marks na start to say air flow front right back center na eba all angles eno no sa wo hwe na wo expectations too higher mesrew sa aware no in the first place kwa men kom because you should not have a particular type of expectation wo dey ko hia be ma na so oba no e wo say mo nyina mo nyini together. That is how the marriage or the relationship will grow. Ebi amatena se aka say me no e wo say menya ma mienu anase miensa ono nso susu ye say e wo say otimi wu 3 nanso economic instability ni ntino e wo say mo wo ba akope na motimi hwe ene na mentemi ho ase na start say eba. Third one communication shortfalls. So ukoware anase mo start say mo twempna in the courting process. Na dia ye friend nkomo twetwe we have what we call communication and we have what we call effective communication. Effective communication deals with a total understanding of one another. Meno meteme ho asese ye be wo miensa e wo se be ma no enso eti ase se ye wo miensa flat enye se in the middle of the relationship and as our real no na me ma be ka say oh sebi me de sebi ma ya ase abre nti enya de amewo 3 na to aso sa ene na che say wo so be ma no e be ka che say ne okwa bontene akwo emfanti ase mba communication enso a very effective ene say e wo say ye che dan baako ana ye share one bedroom mo akoka sa asem we na mo ko ra ware ani mu na be ma no ohwa oba ahofunu ne ten inti anase sebio oba no so yini draws eto ha oyini brazier ato ha obema ne mpesa inti mo intimi akasa asem we mukowra aware mpa ne so no utimi hu se na branche we se snoring crowd anya asem geto boy apotro kramba sa niam we nyina se mo antena se anka ho asem chores in the house, monetary aspects in the house, who is going to take what aspect of the house chores, of the financial processes. Mo ntimi anya sa niam we nyina na mo ntimi an communicate effectively a edin to kwa beba dachi. Financial woes. Remember na sebio okopa oba eni edi opa bia na wo to ama no. KFC na de na eko. Choba fane ko choba. Choba wo ho fane ko choba. No who say choba so etimi eba relationship ni mu. No the parcels breme eni a gift akesi eni a mother-in-law to be na yakita. Say ni say nyame nya okese wa na wo dore anwa na wotia ya odonko na ye ode se menhia din akese ni e de frɛw o be sha ase o be sha relationship na se na ye ode na oti de donko say oti donko oti donko na ye ode na ekodu mfinfin honom na maame na mba. There's a relationship I'm handling right now on my lap enya asem kuma be ma no oba ne papa etimi ka che be ma ne se na konua kronto obi mba efie ada be ma ne so ko bu oba na nim to o se hwie odwan ka me to be fie ha aden on sa sha ase no wutimi de bibi etre omo afei ekodu mfinfin no ene na gia no fourth gear ntimi mba third gear ntimi mba na adane akwanhyi agban na nsam ebesisi yesremu. Share, if you don't cut your coat according to your size, when you are entering a relationship, you will face so many financial woes. Eya na ye say joint account no ebi eboa. Ebi mpe, ebi nso epe. Die hia na effective communication pertaining to your financial stability or instability or what you can be able to afford in the marriage or the relationship. Saving money for the future, saving money for who buys what. Is one of the best ways to me create a sort of financial backing edi amamu hu na mu ni sa financial backing mu ni sa communication betimi aboa momo hu say wo na wo to sa ne ama we di abefie wo na wo di dwade abefie me na me to provisions di abefie me na me tu ankola school fees me na me tu ebia rent ne sa ne ama na ekoto ba akonko aso a na ono nso de bia na osan Emma sika to the family members na especially my ebusuafo dosu. Trust me, bema no wo be paaba wo be dwane when dwane krampo a wo be start aye deficient in so many things and the problems every relationship that leads to instant divorce. The next one is an addiction. Addiction comes in so many forms. It could be say you can addiction amanfo adwen ebeko inro sebi no boni nko eso enye no nko be maybe is addicted to football, is addicted to say Saturday Sunday na nke wo say onya family time edema mu no na akoda ne problem eno ane so no de okoto be crate e de be fie ho a ene na TV no no si ekiri ene na whatever games e was all no not a game leti no obo. That is his addiction. And I say oye obia oye workaholic. He brings his work from the office to the home. So there's no space for family time. There's no space for you to communicate, to have fun, to be able to have access to your children. When these addictions happen, it causes divorce. Trust me, because ebia wajone and koso say you are taking too much of your time away from your family. Family is about bonding. It's about connecting and knowing one another more. Ebia sa time no afi na mawo foforo. Obem oba no ebe hia mwa ewo kitchen honum. Ana say so akora ni mu na oba no so enya ne ho. No ntimi enye house chores ne nyina emfama ebusua no. Na say wo be ma sabiu wo de adwuma frifie ba. Ana say boys omo be fie ono ma betena say no ono a e wo so san ye aduane Eman krado, Oria, Obesa Yediane, Edia Mamu, boys, now Mobet Nephi Honum, Namosa Bom football, Nadiano. Eyana, it becomes very complicated and becomes strenuous on the marriage and on the woman. That is where the complaints start. And unti edrum pemwa gudia, na obane se wabre, won't chiasi dintia was se wabre. Ampa wabre because uja ejuma ni nyina e de gu ono ne so yenka said the kitchen is supposed to be for the man or the house chores is supposed to be for the man. No, you're supposed to share it and have an understanding, come to a conclusion. Say e was say sebi be ma nyansa wo otrim kakra ni ntia wo se wo so ba no wo bre ntia wo se otimi buano. Your addictions can be a cause of a divorce in your family. The next one is scarcity of your friend common interest. Obviously compatibility. Ebia ope TV telenovela. On say mana abanesesi no telenovela no one say that's so no motion 247. Beman interest ni honum. Inti ebia sesika ofie di ono so be TV on the side or in another room. No so share. Do you realize you're creating separation between you two? Why don't you set a common goal? First, no na mekai say you be if by the far side. Cousins ni nyina ye betenase na enane eja they bring us together. On say because idea etimi emma family come together nintino. The mother and the father join and we all watch together. Whatever lessons we are not understanding that have to be taught to us, the family come together, the mother or the father, and we discuss it. Na yesu idea na ye kɔ yeni. Na so eneno dia ye hu ewo most family houses ne say wonu ne nije say obekwa akoye yoga ade no oba ekoye yoga be ma no so beka so no so kobo football. So now where will the children stand if there's no compatibility, there's no common interest? Bobia ka say omboludu wo fie ho o ware mu mbobi ampe mu mbobi common games a wo fie ho num ne kra no mu mbobi e bia word puzzles e wo fie ho num no obi anya na drink say ode obey inculcate sa ade no e we busua ne mu. Inti so far as there's no compatibility, there's no common interest in the house, there will be separation. Oh say eyana hey baba I am actually sorry. Sa man for be bon paye wo se me pa cho nyame frɛ wa wan frɛ me anka ho nyame na frɛ wo nkwa wan frɛ me anka nti ene no ba na chia ne to na wada e wo se obe ma ne so sorry no bon paye oba no so e ana wo de ade ato ni pillow wo kokra wada yam frɛ me anka ho nti wo bon paye ni bi. From the beginning of the relationship, did you realize that this woman or this man was a prayerful person? Did you choose a praying partner as your wife or your husband? If you did not choose that, did you decide to inculcate, to inhibit it in his life or her life, and it didn't work? If it didn't work, trust me, don't say that the person will change overnight. You cannot change a 40-year-old, 30-year-old man or woman. Inti yan function as inti onye inti sa common interest no eni ho one won bomb paye nkwa na obebo ho paye na e de separation mentemi ho ase e de aba. On say, ye will be ye friend appreciation. Women especially, now men also want it, but it's up to you, the woman, to know how to make your man feel about himself. Say oba ye niti, say oba etimi was slim down kakra. ama o be ma no, because sometimes women do this for their husbands. And so obe ma no wo hu oba no so hu se obe iti be ma iti efu a wo be ka kire no wetimi. Sometimes even after sex, are you able to say thank you to your man? Sometimes after the woman cooks for you, are you able to appreciate the effort that went into the cooking and say, sweetheart, today the meal was wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time to cook for the family. The little nitty bitty things that add up appreciation to the marriage. Trust me, it helps in marriage. Now, these little things, thank you. The little things, they also help us a lot. Now, kid conundrums. Utimi wa akola we fie na akola we pa de wo tete nipa wo hadwen. Ana say sebio, utimi eko wo akola bi a wo ye sebi Down syndrome in kwala ni bi. Eya na unim say etimi e the divorce eba. Because maybe the mother would like to have so much affection and time for the child to be helping the child mentally and psychologically. But the man wa papa siketi mi akomu omaye de omo beye bia sebi sometimes mudu nipe mu a na akola tantrums no na wa start no ye ne bi sebi na frustrated and I said de anim gwase bi ebebe ebusua no eno sa no it brings so much strain and stress and pressure on the man and the woman, so much so say ankohwe yi a na warijaye etimi akoba nti say oba sebi na ha adwen ewe ebusua ni mu a. Sometimes you should involve a psychotherapist or a psychologist to be able to help you with a child of that nature, to bring the two of you together. Otherwise, every time ask how to train that particular or curb that particular child. The next thing is stonewalling. I mean stonewalling. Stonewalling, we be said then stonewalling. Sebio mema ne netire stonewalling pa. We die. Mopa mombo me. Nenso ye mema ne netire stonewalling. Obema asema bana one ne ka obehwe either so obewo ne phone so no ignore the wo kan ka onye hu the wo kan ka one ne ka asema ehia no na wo nante ko anasa asema ehia wo no enye ono na asem hia anasa one ne edi nkwamo bi a beboa mo ani mu relationship ne mu no no ka asem foforo ka no abowegu. Every time this partner decides say wo asema wo beka no enye ne hia asem communication deficiency ebem. Meka wontie wopa no betie meka no aboegu meka no yineni. These things become a huge problem because you've not opened yourself up for the man or woman to be able to penetrate you when it comes to communication effectively. And inti anshe pa wo be ma no hu ne say ye bibio, because most times men don't even realize that's how way a problem kese pa. And it makes the woman feel undervalued, unappreciated, and unloved. Trust me, with this one, the women walk away faster. You never know. But munjai, especially match bonds, no munjai. Defensiveness. Especially match bonds, no. Defensiveness. Also, men become very defensive when you attack them. Me hu sa ade ne bebre se ebia abrante na one ne wo honom no ukunu na one ne wo honom no bibi esi na se what have feel late na se bi one ne be kasa. How you talk to the man will make him be very defensive on any issue no matter what. Then so woba na o avoid it. Men become defensive when you ask them, and I didn't know what you say or be defensive. But when you play the silent trick on them, one can start to explaining without you asking. Trust me, women learn how to be silent when a man is being defensive. It always helps. What to me? Director. Trust me, when a woman becomes silent and you do not talk much, you only ask the very important questions. We free doma bana say we free kroma bana unim say wache. And I say why ya dia ense say woye na e affect wono. Share embisa no. Just show him love. Cook for him. Sat down in the crowd, you have the best of sex with him. He himself will realize that you're no wanya dear. Although on beka sorry no. This is where we with you. I'm telling you. Use this and it will help you in your relationship. Overlooking the importance of mutual respect. Some relationships start with friendship and it's so beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. Now, in the course of the friendship, no, say anhwe ye, obetimi akobu oyire anase ukuru enimtia. Obetimi aka asem bi ede etia no a ebetre say sebio ebia wummu ade enso na wobu ade. Se oma etoa so a na wo bia nka ho asem a afei de obu a mo de share relationship na asem na e free honum anhwe ye a mo party ase ana mo amfie kra mo ye get together na in the course of maybe a formal setting bi an informal setting bi na mo te ona mo didi mu nkomo a anhwe yi na wakoka asem bi a mo feel say ye normal na akoye total disrespect for both of you on one another and to the outsiders, especially your friends. Mutual respect in relationship, you should never lose it, no matter how much of friends you have become in your relationship. If you maintain it, even if the love in the relationship runs dry, the mutual respect will hold the two of you together and it will keep the relationship going without thinking of divorce. That was the 11th one. Yeah, go on to the 12th one, which is over criticism. Criticism overload. Eh, na unkwa de bia na de ba ko na wo ka ho asem. Wo ta complaining too much, especially a man. Bibia na complaining, bibia na criticize. E bia toothpaste no mia free finfin. Wo mia free finfin. O de okwa mia free to obehu. Mia free to obehu. E bia wo yi ne socks to nchen na ade. What ya ne kakra eye. Wan kasa ye wadwuma. Sasania money free hodum. We your bar, we see fie, we fie. Men don't like being over criticized. Men don't like being talked in the face like that. Eyana emwaomo. They don't like it, please. Over criticizing them and making them feel as little of a man as they are supposed to be. They will be ineffective in your home. Do not do that to a man. Do not create divorce where there is no need for a divorce. Excuse me. Contemptedness. Eyana when you saw the obema and aso baba yamawa. Eyana yepa. Emma, we create an association. We create groups. We create friends who tell us, oh, me kunu to away mami. Hey, look what my husband bought for me. He bought me the new iPhone. And he wants to go na. Now I started me phone I say you. And I kwame timi ato phone na man yere na we want to be mami. Hey, bra. Hey, sister. Let me tell you this story pertaining to contempt. If you be, they share a wall, but wall no a short. You may have heard the story. Wall near short. Now there are opposite families in there. This woman, and then kunomu pia. Bema ni baby anu e bie door no dia mo ba no etene mu kama no watum and so no be kwa kwatena se tuka no. It happened for years. The next family no oba no eni ono akasa ko bie ne do no wetine mu no omoko no wetiem no wetine mu no omoko ote hu sa de we na ene fepa e no start so ne kunu e ko ntokwa se na wo de wunya brantie wunya gentleman we ni mie we kurase ni hu so omo wo nche no de bia no abrantie ne timi ko bie do no e de mane yere no wetine mu fefefe no omoko da be na we ni be bie e no ka sa che ne kunu ya one day and no more exchange or man or more exchange pleasantries. And okay, say your husband is such a gentleman. He makes sure he opens the door, the car door for you every time for you to sit in before you drive out. Wow, I wish my husband Kwame was like that. My husband is not a gentleman at all. I say she when I will be sure when you bought me what them who can't say better as a son I will pay. She any a brandy and didn't say yaboda was a debbie and bomida or say what's your or debbie and tiamida or say she. Do na nkasa na say kanu 1888 do na say awai inti se me nimu bie se me ko bie na awai a mo hwe no sa mo besere yen inti ene ono abie ni such a way a do ne handle na nkowai na do ne mu na nkowai na nkotofem na ono ankasa atu won penim guase bia na eni sika ye beka se ye san de kotodo ho a na oba ne de nsa so na no say bo o se kona kopa okunu chow na di na wedi na tem kwa na ye de no from te hoda aginya mepe eya kai say Al Qaeda Misrael be content with what your husband gives you. The next one is playing the blame games say ebia unimu say we aye oyire na ye ade bi en say mfata hu hia say wo be blame no o de blame ni nyina beto ono ne so. Sometimes give the benefit of the doubt in the relationship. Ukunu aye bibi. In fact, there's a word for it in tree, but do not always make sure that kai no dio ye o den kai mano say man kan cho say men fa de we nto na o sa de akoto wo no man kan cho say o san kwan asanten men ko san ni man kan cho say o tiamu a tiamu ni nten enkotie ni. Every time no na wo blame no. Relationship matters and I say mo problems be a ewo hono na waswa asem no e de akwa bonten na wo blame okunu no and as for yire na blame be ma no oba no so blame oba ma no. Just sit back and relax and access the situation. Say eba wo so na wo yes ha de na anka wo so obefa ne sen and I say be ma na wo blame no no wo so ebefa asem ne sen. Always make sure there's a balance. Always make sure there's a balance. If I were the husband, how would I have gone about it? If I were the wife, how would I have gone about it without blaming her or him? I should rather take on whatever the blame is, blame myself, access myself, be a better person, and reform the relationship, rejuvenate the relationship, so as not to bring problems into the marriage. There are your friend who's sweeping problems under the rug, and that is the final one. You see, Emma adinchi webufuo so. Mpenyimfo akasa eye no kre. Ense say Emma adichi webufuo so. Eya na emboa. Nanso when it comes to marriages, in same bi wo hono mu a e wo say mutimitina se na muka ho asem. Man ka ho asem a trust me, a very recurring situation in the family or in the relationship. Every time bi anamuku, every time bi anamuku. Pese sa de we ebesi wo relationship mo asem si amontena se na monka nenso make sure say enkoye ntokwasem ebeye a mutual understanding and talking about it with effective communication and love. And one of the most ways to express yourself is by waiting to see how the balance of the person's character is, the person's demeanor is. So when ni so ni jemu so sha e no obufuomu sada no men in kasa o weni jemu a freno na montwetwe nkomo. Prepare the best meal and have the best conversation na montimi enka na enko. Before we end, whatever good marriage it is, you the couple involved, that's what we call an appraisal of one another. Be bold. Be bold. Pahun toma. Tenase na kachre ne se medo ade we a one meye no mampe. Nenso me se train na ne kasa wo bra enije wo fie. Men kasa wo bra bufo wo. Have a good appraisal of one another. Cook the best meal. Chale change the environment. Sempa ne kra na sesa position no. O hwanso na emboade a munko honeymoon, second honeymoon, third honeymoon, mun free na munko mother-in-law, father-in-law na mo twe omo ba no. Omo so wo omo de. They have their problems. They have their marriage problems. Do not let them bring their problems onto you. The pastor cried here, wa bless our na wi. Ono ankasa no wontena ne fie ne problem ne yere kra bono. Ono ka yes amasa kra wo fie. Nenso na was our problems and their common. The two of you started the relationship with nobody there. The best way to make the relationship grow is to maintain it by having a weekly appraisal. Speak with one another. Let the understanding be. When we say yenyini, we grow. Look at me. Right now, I'm in my early 30s. I have given you 3 babies, 4 babies. Do you realize that my boobies that were standing like that will now be facing downwards? Do you realize that my tummy may bulge? Do you realize that there will be a whole change in my vagina? Please, if you decide that the woman has changed, but you will stick with the woman's change the way she is and not look down on her and rather make her feel beautiful. The same beautiful woman you married is the same beautiful woman standing in front of you. Do not make her feel less of herself. The same man, handsome man you married is the same handsome man standing in front of you. Do not make him feel less of himself. Do not disrespect him, disregard him, or be in contempt in whatever he does for you. Make sure you have a weekly appraisal of love, care, and understanding, of being bold to talk about the things that affect both of you negatively and positively. And by so doing, the divorce cases that are going on in the courts will minimize, and we will not have spouses running away from their homes. And in this day and age, where younger generation want to get married, they will surely know that our ede, efe, into almost. I send me obi dia beto dwa sesi a me pa cho menya ne ntie se wo se wotimi hu baby a wukunu free baby a wo yere free ebi wo ho a wotimi aware ayi o se o free o se hey baby o free wadodo me nko wo hu baby a wukunu ana se o yere free a mesraw etimi kodane ohaw any amane our relationship ni mu enti yem pese sa de we besi, and then do a research of the family, do a thorough research of the family you are about to get married to. Know the family very well. Gone are the days where you saw one sa na ya saw we nsa na ya come abo mu ni mo na aware mo family friends na aware family friends. You marry who you know, who is close to the family. Those ones, the marriages never break apart. But nansi I say ya nkasa dear worry Gen Z marriage no eno dear problems ye will be with ye hanum Samson ye ra Samson yetimi e ware ma no ne ma me kofa oba no e free said you mekra se e de bre no and then na me no ka say Mr. Samson e kasa was my wife, she's a good woman, then so no ni me baby a o no hu ne da nani hu ne da sabio won ro ne dross da nenso ya ware no e de na ma no ama enene ne o ma ware na ye from etimi e ko nani won nwene divorce hu mpo da koko na ewo ho a koko no munum abete no mbedi abete no mudi KFC bi anka ho pacho mommy enjoy divorce any baby mama ni baby daddy drama. Women have become so bitter in this life that when you meet another woman who wants to marry another man no or ya obi woni mu into odo ain't me nyini from and that program we ye kasa ye be kasa achepa mommy twa so tew esan say ente edi kan so eba beto aso. My name has been Elaine Atto. I have been your host for this particular segment, and I am going to be your host for the next segment. Stay on.